What's up, you NIO investors, moneymakers? Welcome back to your favorite NIO channel. Next week is going to be extremely eventful for NIO, and we may be able to see some of the price action and volatility. The questions that we have been getting is whether to buy or sell or hold NIO. Now, my answer to that is it depends what you want to do. Remember, my channel is not for financial advice, nor I am asking you to buy, sell, or hold the stock, but I do a ton of due diligence, research, and analysis, and I like to share that information back to you. Number one, next week, NIO reports the second quarter 2023 financial results on Tuesday, August 29, 2023. Now, this is going to be a very important event and catalyst. Number one reason is you already know that NIO is slightly struggling with their delivery numbers, right, for Q2 overall. What we have seen for Q2, total delivery numbers are 23,520 compared to 25,000 and change that we saw in 2022. Last quarter in Q1, we saw NIO sold about or delivered about 31,041 vehicles, as you can see this yellow bar right here. However, this time around NIO struggled. Now, a couple of things happened at the same time. Number one, Tesla reduced their price points, and that fueled the sales for Tesla. Now, NIO is in the prime segment, as you already know. So that's number one. Number two, there was some sentiment around the Chinese companies, Chinese makers, and the global economy impact from China. However, China is doing their best in order to gain the confidence and the trust from the investors globally. So that can also impact, or that impacted in last quarter and in entire 2023, but that will be a positive impact because China is actively working on making sure that they support their companies across the globe. Now, remember, all I ask you in return, by the way, is to hit the like button. We need 150 likes. Now, we can't really tell from now what they're going to announce and what you can expect, but we can also do some research and we can talk about where NIO can go. So we saw for last 1 week that NIO was pretty flat. Let's take a look right here. NIO was about up in green. However, it was just 1% up, give or take. We started the week with $10.73 and we ended the week with $10.83. So there is not much happening. However, we may see the fluctuation and volatility next week. By the way, let me finish. So hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell because next week I'll be sharing more and more updates as NIO gets closer to their earning after they release the earning, and we'll be looking at the price action in this video. I'll be sharing what price action we want to look for. So here is my chart. So if you haven't still clicked the like button, do me a favor, click the like button, motivate me. If there are more likes, I'll make sure that I do multiple videos next week. So $10.83. Take a look at what we can play. We can play in between, right? So take a look. NIO had struggled to go about this price point right here, about $13.24. So NIO really could not cross $13.25 price point, and why that is important is right here. $13.41. It had a strong resistance, and we saw that in December. Again, December last year. Again, in January, we tried going back to 1271, 1275. We could not really surpass that $13.25. So keep that in mind. If NIO starts going up $13.25, that's where it has a strong resistance. Now here, take a look to $13.25. NIO dropped pretty fast, and we saw all the red, basically all the sell signals, right? Now we started going back up. Again, $10.17 is our first resistance or the support level. Now, once you have a resistance level, if you cross that, it becomes your strong support. So take a look. Our support level right here is $10.12 to 15 cents, give or take. So we are still here, 10.83. So we are pretty good, and you want to really look forward how far it goes down south. Now, take a look right here, which is our moving average. The red bar is our moving average. Moving average is $11, I want to say, and 44 cents. With that, we saw $10.83 as our closing price. So again, it's not a super bullish signal. But remember, next week is a catalyst. If NIO can share more hopes and basically what they're doing to address the situation. Now, only if NIO goes close to what they have done in Q3 last year, we see 31,000 as our deliveries. My hunch is NIO will exceed that 31,000 numbers. We have been hearing a lot of numbers for August, and the August delivery numbers are going to be there in next few days. So next week, we'll be also hearing how NIO did in August. By the first week of September. But for the next week, the important thing is you want to remember is the earnings, right? Now in next quarter, if it goes about 31,000, which NIO is actively working on, that is going to be fantastic. As of June 30th, NIO's cumulative deliveries reached 344,117 units. So again, remember that there are a lot of speculations, but the company's management will host earning conference call 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on August 29th, so which is before the market opens on Tuesday. So if you are looking for a play, if NIO goes down or up, I don't have a crystal ball, you don't either, but use your best judgment. Make sure you use this channel as your due diligence. So do hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out. Take a look right here. Attention NIO investors. Buy NIO stock before August 29th. You might leave a lot of money on the table if you don't pull the trigger on NIO stock. Again, this is not me saying, this is an analyst Investor Place is talking about. Now, analysts are confident about NIO in spite of Tesla's price cuts, because Tesla is cutting the price and creating the sales war. NIO is trying to actively outpace Tesla. Now NIO, of course, it's a smaller company compared to Tesla's $1 trillion valuation. NIO's market cap is 18.28 billion. But that's where I think the opportunity is. Now think about it. If Tesla has to go from 1 trillion or maybe like 900 billion or whatever the market cap that they have, from 1 billion, let's say it has to go, or 1 trillion, let's say if they have to go to 10 trillion, which is 10x. It is going to be tough, but for NIO, take a look from 18 billion, if they want to go to 180 billion, relatively easy, isn't it? So I'm not saying it's easy, I'm saying relatively easy. So it can do 10x versus Tesla's 10x is kind of like a moonshot, right? Now again, for 1 month, we are down, still in red, 18%. So I wouldn't be surprised if NIO catches up that 18% and gets back up into the $13 zone. But as I told you, $13.25 is another price point or price support level or price resistance that you might want to look for. How far low it can go, and that number is right here, $9.79. So you want to look out for, if it goes to $9.79, it can potentially drop around $8.40. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but again, we want to look out for sentiment. Now, last week we had the turbulence into the stock market overall. Now, if you think about NASDAQ, we went up, we went down, and we did all kind of things, but NASDAQ was flat. At the end of the 5 days, NASDAQ was up 1.16%, pretty much flat. 1 month, NASDAQ is down 3.27%. So it matches overall with what NIO did, right? Like, so if you go back and take a look at NIO, NIO was down 18.20% down. Now, when NASDAQ is 3%, NIO is 18%, I'm not surprised. Very similarly, 5 days, NASDAQ was flat, NIO was flat. My point is, it does follow the NASDAQ and the stock market overall. But let's talk about this article. Furthermore, NIO has an opportunity to demonstrate their improvement during the company's upcoming quarterly report. If they share more guidance, if they share what they're doing to address the situation, how far are they from getting that back up from Tesla in terms of their deliveries, right? And NIO has super stunning vehicles. It's in the premium segment. They're trying for leasing. They're expanding in Saudi Arabia. Investors should stay course with the long position in NIO stock. That's what Investor Place is talking about. It's been a roller coaster year so far for China-based electric EV company NIO and its shareholders after the recent downturn correction in NIO stock. And by the way, you remember, like NIO went all the way to $16 and change. If I am not wrong, let's take a look. And if I show you on this chart on the September, right? So let's go back here. So it does not show really in this chart, but $16.04. This year as well, we did go pretty close to $15 and actually I think $16.25. It's not visible on this chart because the selected time frame is interval of 1 day, but I do remember that it went about $16. Can it go back to $16? Probably yes. We'll need to see a lot more momentum, but it can. Number one reason is the short sellers are staying really cautious. So this is NIO ADR, and this is our short sellers. So take a look. 43.82. Short sellers were pretty close to 60%, about 60%, multiple times for NIO. Right now, they're being extremely cautious. With 14 to 15 million FINRA volume, we saw 6.4 million short selling volume, or the sell volume, short volume, 43.82, 50%, 46, 51, 47. My point is, even if we saw almost 26, 33 million in volume, it did not really jump up the short volume. So the short sellers are staying under a special caution at the moment, in my personal opinion. So watch out for $13.25 on the upside. On the downside, you want to look out for $10.28, as I just mentioned to you. One more level, if it goes down, $9.79, which is somewhere right here. You want to look out for, that's a strong support. Now, if the strong support, again, remember, if this is the support, 977, again, this is 977, again, this is 977. It had a hard time going above 977, drop back down. Right? 977, strong support here, 979, strong support, 945. So basically the range I wanted to tell you is $9.75 that you want to watch out, okay? Now, again, take a look right here, 33 million. We saw the volume and total volume, we did not really cross 50%. So you want to watch out for the short sellers as well, that they're playing extremely cautious, which makes me believe that they're super careful about NIO. Suffice to say that it has been a long going on with NIO lately. For instance, NIO executively reportedly said that the company has plans to produce their autonomous driving chips, so on and so forth. But let me tell you one more great news about NIO. One more great news I wanted to share with you is NIO is to open the new NIO house in NIO Park on August 28th. The NIO house is NIO's largest in the world, with the corridor connecting directly to its F2 factory. And that is going to give NIO a lot of insights, the investors a lot of insights, NIO a lot of press, and some much needed attention. They will open up the new NIO house in NIO Park in Hefei, Providence on August 28th, which is tomorrow. On Monday, the company said. NIO shared the information and offering no further details, but sharing a brief video showing the process of building the NIO house from scratch. So that is going to be amazing. That's number one. Number two, NIO also signed the deal, and this is the latest news, August 27th. This is the news today. Signs the partnership deal with Singapore hospitality operator Ascott. In China, Ascott currently owns and manages over 200 properties in 42 cities. And that will give an opportunity to NIO to jointly advance the construction of the power-up facility. Now, if you know that, number one reason why they want the infrastructure is to share the battery swap as well as the charging stations and charging infrastructure. With that, NIO's energy business unit signed an agreement August 27 with the Chinese arm, Singapore-based hospitality operator, the Ascott Limited, to work pretty closely with them, and both the companies, according to the Post Chinese EV company, basically building charging and battery swap infrastructure and enhancing the user experience for both the companies. So that's, again, you want to watch out for. The last thing I want to tell you is the options and calls and the puts. If you think about these calls, again, remember this is the volume, this is the open interest. The more open interest that we see on the higher price point, the bullish people are. The blue background is people in the money, so this is for call. People in the money, this is for put. Right now, we are close to $11. Now, we can see that $11.50 and $12, we are seeing good open interest. we are seeing a good volume, right? So this is again, open interest is here, just to confirm, this is the open interest, this is the volume. We are seeing higher volume, higher volume, higher volume for 11, 11.50, 12, 12.50. Same, we see higher open interest. That's a bullish sign, but the shorts are, I mean, on the puts are not giving it up either. We are seeing a pretty good volume, but not as strong as 70 open interest, 1712, 1737, 1500, 1300, so on and so forth. But we do not see much volume, and of course we have good open interest, but not as high as what we see for calls. So again, that is a bullish sign. I'll keep you posted as to how it goes, but watch out for what we can see in the earnings. Earnings is on Tuesday before the market opens. Tomorrow we're going to see a lot of press around some of the NIO Park news and the deliveries and whatever the guidance that NIO is going to give us. And there will be a lot of positivity around it. So the big catalyst once again is the earnings, and you want to watch out for. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, make sure you have 150 likes on this videos, and turn on the notification bell. I'll keep you posted. Thanks for watching once again.